Say, folks, have you ever had somebody say something to you that was just so mind-numbingly dense that you thought that they were trying to reprise the role of Rose Nyland from the Golden Girls? Now, there's a good chance that I may well have said something to you that dense, but such was the case with me. First of all, I'm not going to tell you what was said or who said it. I certainly don't want to put anybody in any unfair light. But it was interesting to me because when it was said to me, I just personally said, well, I wouldn't say it that way. And the person was like, well, I didn't know how else to say it. Now, if you were to hear this, I think common sense would, and certainly there is a phrase that says, common sense is not that common. And I believe how Voltaire said it was that it is very sad. Common sense is very rare. But, I don't see how anybody would think that this was a pleasant thing to say to somebody. But what's funny to me, what was interesting to me was, I was kind of like, all right, you said it. I wasn't too cool with it, but I'm fine. But this person got so worked up about it. Looks like the person was getting more offended than I was initially. And I just could not figure out how on earth anybody would, think that somebody would just smile at something like this. But anyway, but it also got me to think about some of the best comedy. It's when people say absolutely dense things and probably don't even realize that they're dense. I was thinking, obviously Rose Nyland would be great. Remember Cole from Martin? That was a great one. Who was that lady that Kim Cole played? Oh, that was pretty good. But my favorites are radio programs. And I believe actually one of them became a TV program too, George and Gracie. Gracie Allen said some of the most dense stuff. And I remember I was listening to it in the car. And I remember I had a couple occasions where either had to check my hand on the steering wheel or I was afraid I was going to crash because it was extremely dense. It was denser than a 3-inch pound cake that weighed a pound. It was hilarious. I couldn't believe how dense that stuff was. But and there was another one called My Friend Irma. Now, my guess is whoever's listening to this probably is not even the least bit interested in old time radio. But if you ever listen to those, I would definitely check out George and Gracie, the old time radio or the television one. They're both just about as equal. Just about the same. And I would also check out My Friend Irma. Man, there is some extremely dense stuff on there. It just makes for the best, if you will, comedy. Well, anyway, I just figured I'd bring that up. Because it just got me thinking just how much I enjoy, if you will, dense situations that people would say things that are just, you're just thinking, well, who on earth would think that this would be appropriate or what have you. It's fun to think of. Anyway, take care, folks, and goodbye.